I'll let you listen into the ads. Okay.
Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM, where we are making it a great day, whatever it is. I mean, it already is a good day, right? It's already Friday. Good to have Friday in our path, whatever your weekend is in store for and or you're going to do. Let us know on social media. We want to know if this is your very first time, then please don't make it your last. Make sure to download our app. It is free. We've got all the great content on today, including a little bit later. Jesse, you know this couple really well. Can you talk about them? What's it called? The Psychic Connection, or what's it called?
The Psychic Spectrum radio show. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, and on.
Yeah. What have you learned about that, by the way? Just out of curiosity, like, the ability to, are they pretty on? Are they mostly on? Is she more on? Is he more on? Because they're both like a psychic couple, right?
Yes, they are. They're actually pretty interesting. I swear to God, this one time somebody called in, and I didn't even tell him that we had a caller, and he was like, "So we have a caller?" I'm like, I just barely answered it, and I didn't even tell you. So I don't know. He does some spooky stuff sometimes, so who knows?
Okay. I myself have met some pretty amazing people as well that just know things, right? And it's just a very interesting thing. It's kind of like, if you ever talk to twins or triplets, right? And you go, do you guys just know each other's thoughts before you speak them? Like if you're in the same area, or do you just kind of check in on one another? Have you ever asked twins that, or triplets?
Honestly, I've never talked to twins or triplets. I've seen them, but I've never talked to them in person.
Yeah, I've had a couple questions that I've asked. I remember meeting these twins. They were great. They wrote their own book. It was at Wizard World way back when, and they had these series of books, all very fun fantasies. And I want to say they were like maybe 14 at the time or so. And they were talking about how they're just interconnected with each other, and they could just be looking at each other, and they just know what they're thinking, right? And or complete each other's senses quite often. And you think, okay, brain chemistry, but nobody ever, or I should say, there are those that do study the phenomenon, but they just don't know how to explain it, or if it's supernatural, or if it's something else, or if we're all interconnected, or if we just know things, right? Which I did see an interesting movie yesterday, which I thought was kind of cool. It was, it's with, I want to say,
Who's it with?
Okay. It's Chaos Walking.
Chaos.
Yeah, Chaos Walking, and it's actually a good flick. I would check it out if I were you. You could
Tom Holland.
You could stream it. Yeah, it's got Tom Holland, and I didn't even recognize her until like 3/4 into it. Daisy Ridley from, of course, Star Wars, right? Nick Jonas is in it as well. He's kind of a douchey character, but whatever. He is. I'm not used to him being so douchey. But it's a good movie. And Chaos Walking, if you haven't checked it out, kind of covers something like that, where they have the inability to keep their thoughts to themselves, because you could just see their thoughts, you can hear their thoughts, and it's just a phenomenon that happens on this world, which you would think would be a good thing, but in this case, it's a bad thing. So, but it's an interesting take on our brain and how we communicate with our thoughts, and it's just one of those things that I think is kind of cool. So Chaos Walking, if you haven't, go check it out. It's a very interesting story, and it was definitely worth the watch. So there you go. I think there's some new movies coming out, right, Jesse?
Oh yeah, two movies are supposed to hit the theater today. Cruella. So that is the Disney movie about the origin story of Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
And the next one is this movie, A Quiet Place 2. Okay. So I don't know if you've ever seen the first one.
If it was quiet, I probably didn't.
Yeah.
Let's see. So what's it about?
The first one, well, it's a sequel, obviously. The first one is about this family as they're surviving through some type of alien invasion. They don't really say what happens. The movie is they're not allowed to talk because if loud noises are heard, it's like those alien things that swarm you. So it's like it's a very quiet movie. So like you'll hear like a lot of like the birds in the background. I swear to God, I was holding my breath every like through that whole movie because I was afraid I would if I made a sound, the
Uh,
aliens pop up.
oh, that's terrible. Okay, so that's good though. Then it got you into it,
It
right?
it got me into it. I saw it in theater. Some people didn't like it because it was just like too slow and boring, but I like the build up. So it'll be interesting to dive back into this world and see what this movie is actually about.
Okay, okay. It's kind of reminding me that they're showing the beginning portion of it on the trailer. Okay, big spider things. I get it. Okay, spider aliens. All right. Yeah, I see them jumping out. Okay, so they could hear everything, right? But it's reminding me. It's funny. The trailer kind of reminds me of the other movie with Sandra Bullock, uh,
Oh,
where where she.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, what I have no idea what that movie is.
Oh, where she puts a blindfold on. It's actually a good flick. That one's pretty good as well. Actually, what was it called? Sandra Bullock, and I think there's a second one coming up, and it leaves a really good cliffhanger on Netflix, which you could check out. I enjoyed it. I think it's still Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Um, Bird Box is pretty good as well. Don't let the name fool you, because the name kind of got to me for a while, and then all those like images of her with the blindfold on. You just got to watch it, then leave the memes at home and just watch it for what it is. But it's kind of in that same vein. So I'm not sure which one came out first, but I recommend it. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So some things to go and see, right? And I say this, be cautious and be careful again if going to the movies. Just remember again, limited capacity is important, and then probably take some wipes down because you never know how like good they wipe down the area that the other person was there. I mean, they kind of clean up everything else, but it's not like they wipe down each and every seat, or do they? I don't know. Because I'm thinking like if somebody like starts, you know, like, I mean, because the food, right? You have food, you have your ketchup that gets on the seats. I don't know. Do they wipe it down? Do they not? So I was thinking about that the other day when I went into the movie theater. I'm like, I don't know how good this is or bad it is, because it just takes a little bit of snot, wipe it down, and then it's there for the rest of the day, right? So think about those things when you're going to the movies, okay? And just be careful, of course. But there you go.
About now.
Huh? What?
I'm thinking about that stuff now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought I'd put that into people's heads. That way, if you end up having to go to one of these things, then you just kind of go, well, let me just wipe it down really quick. Okay. So I don't know if you knew or know people that are like germaphobes, right? Like truly.
Truly germaphobes. I don't know anybody.
I don't make fun of anyone anymore. I used to like, be like, okay, or look from afar, but now I'm starting. I'm not a germaphobe. I don't really take those things, but it doesn't hurt, right? I've had my mom go, oh, wipe that down, or like, get a napkin, and I say, okay, you know what? That's normal. Now I'm not gonna say no. I feel bad for those that are kind of shut-ins because of the fact, because they don't want to go out, because that's a whole other situation. But there's a way to do it safely, and just do it safely. And there you go. All right. Lots of stuff here. This week is marking the first holiday with less COVID stress, at least here in the U.S. More Americans are expected to travel as case rates are continuing to decline because of the upcoming Memorial Day weekend, which marks a dramatic contrast from the same weekend last year. Vaccination rates are up. Most Americans are returning to traveling and visiting with friends and family. More than half of American adults are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Case rates have declined significantly in recent weeks, leading the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to relax recommendations against traveling and gathering in groups outdoors or with other fully vaccinated individuals. The number of Americans being hospitalized or dying from COVID has declined, adding to the positive signs, allowing officials to relax restrictions across the country. I'm going to say this, though. That doesn't mean we should all relax our own personal restrictions. Am I wrong on that, or am I just beating a dead horse dead on this? I mean, what's your feeling on the matter, Jesse? You're going to be traveling quite soon.
Oh my god, yes I am. Honestly, I I'm not a big crowd person, so I probably won't be jumping in there. But I'll probably just stay my distance. I'll probably just wear my mask when I'm around a bunch of weirdos, cause I don't know where they've been.
Well, and that's my question on that, right? It's like, okay, for those, I mean, that meet and you're very like good about things, and there's those that just they don't care. That's how I know people got sick back in January, where unfortunately, a family friend literally died because of that, because her sister was exactly like that. She didn't care, right? And she came home sick, and then got the whole family sick, and then everybody just felt terrible. But uh, you know, you have to remember again during any holiday, even as of from last year, we always have a spike 2 or 3 weeks later because people just, oh no, it doesn't matter, right? So I'm not saying not to meet up, but just again, don't when they say relax certain restrictions, I would still treat it as though as though, let's say if you got it by accident, would you want everybody to get the cold or the flu? Let's just put it that way. Which is hard because a lot of people do get the cold and flu, but they still throw caution to the wind. So I guess my point is we're not out of the woods just yet. Let's just not spread the whole, yay, we're out of it, because we're not. And I see a lot of the news and I'm like, but Steve, people are still getting vaccinated. Including this. Check this out, which I don't know how they won this. I'm a little upset that we didn't get this information. California's entering the COVID. They're entering the COVID-19 vaccination lottery trend with the biggest contest yet. Okay. Oh, we talked about this, right? About Ohio and saying how come California didn't do that, right, Jesse?
Yeah. Wait, what did you just say? Are we giving away free stuff too, like Ohio?
Check it out. 10 vaccinated residents will have the chance to win $1.5 million each. Governor Gavin Newsom announced yesterday. Oh, good. We're on this. The winners of the $15 million worth of cash prizes will be selected on June 15th, the same day when the state plans to fully reopen its economy. The grand prize is part of a $116.5 million vaccine incentive program for vaccinated Californians. Oh, sign me up. A $50,000 cash prize will also be awarded to 30 residents. The announcement of those winners will be evenly split across June 4th and June 11th. Both contests are open to residents ages 12 and up with at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. For minors who win, the cash will be put in a savings account for them until they turn 18. That's pretty good. All Californians who have had at least one COVID-19 dose will be entered to win both contests. The state said the prize will be awarded once the winner has completed their vaccination series. The state's offering incentives to newly vaccinated residents. As of Thursday, the next 2 million people who begin and then complete their COVID-19 vaccination will be eligible to receive a $50 virtual prepaid card or a $50 grocery card gift for select locations while supplies last. Newsom said he hopes for the state to fully distribute those winnings by June 15th. He said, quote, "These are real incentives. These are an opportunity to say thank you to those not only seeking to get vaccinated as we move forward, but also to those that have been vaccinated since we first availed those opportunities a number of months ago." So, hey, there you go. Newsom planned to make the vaccine incentive announcement Wednesday, but delayed it following a mass shooting in San Jose that morning. In an interview, he teased the contest with Good Morning America's Zoreen Shah. He said, quote, "A lot of local governments are doing things, but we are prepared for this moment when we start to see a first dose drop off. And what we're seeing in the last week is a first dose drop off, still steady on the second dose. We're waiting for that first dose drop off, then to pull the trigger." So it's Vax for the win. I'm going to go ahead and retweet this, actually. I'm going to find it here. And then I'm going to show you really quick my Twitter. If you're not already following me on Twitter, please do so. It's simple, it's easy, and it'll make you a lot of money every now and then, because I got a couple ways for you to make money. I know it looks like I don't, but I do. Okay, so here it is, and there it is. The 50 million, I'm going to just heart that. I'm going to retweet that. Boom. And there it is. Vax for the win. California's COVID-19 vaccine incentive program. $116 million in prizes, $15 million, 10 grand prize of $1.5 million, selected June 15th, $50,000 Fridays, cash prizes for 30 winners, $50 incentive cards. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov. So there you go. I'm not making this stuff up. It's a thing. And hey, you know what? If one of you win, then hooray, hooray, hooray. Right, Jesse?
Right? How about this? Can I just trade all that stuff in for a PS5?
Well, you could probably buy a PS5 with the money. Oh, you mean the 50? Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I know. It's hard to find a PS5, huh? It's almost like, where did they go?
It is very difficult.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna take a quick little break, but there you go. That's some news, some incentivized news. But like I said, if people are still getting vaccinated, then that means we're not over the woods. And don't forget, there are other versions, right? Other ones as well. So don't throw caution to the wind. Even though it's fun time, make sure it's realistic time as well. We'll take a quick break here. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At U-Theory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, digestive, and physical well-being. All U-Theory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with a mission to inspire wellness in all. Try U-Theory Immune Plus Daily Wellness. 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. U-Theory.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
Top Line Industrial Supply, your destination for industrial tools and supplies. We make hoses while you wait, hydraulic, air, water, and custom brake lines. Take advantage of our large selection of fasteners from grade 5 to grade F911 and a full line of stainless steel bolts. Our no-cost outside shop service keeps you stocked at no extra charge. Come by one of our 2 convenient locations in Beaumont and Temecula and visit top-lineindustrial.com. At Top Line Industrial, we don't just sell products, we sell solutions.
Mattress Brothers Overstock Mattress Sale. Just $3.99 for a foam encased queen pillow top set. $3.99. Check out Mattress Brothers $3.99 Overstock Sale. Mattress Brothers at 120 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands. The $3.99 Overstock Sale is on now. $3.99 for a foam encased queen pillow top set. Mattress Brothers also has locations in Hemet, Riverside, and Palm Desert. The $3.99 queen pillow top sale on now.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you tuning in social media land on Facebook. We got Lisa, who says happy Memorial Day weekend. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Rosalie says, I'm a germaphobe. I wipe my grocery cart down, refuse to put stuff in the area where kids sit because I can guarantee you there is feces from babies' leaky diapers. At Costco the other day, the checker was trying to put my food in that area, and I yelled, no! Told him why, and he says, OMG, you were right. And you know what? I agree with you, Rosalie. I've never been more cautious as I am now. Sometimes I just go, okay, like I have to throw, certain like theories out the door, but then others I'm like, it's a possibility. And so I know when my mom's like, do you want to wipe it down? Or she just I go, let's just do that. If your gut is telling you to do it, then I say, you might as well listen to it, right? Rather than second guess it and get sick from it. Rosalie says, yes, my daughter from Ohio got her ticket confirmation. I hope she wins. Stephanie Reed says that she entered the 1 million and hopes she wins because most of the money is going to St. Jude Children's Hospital. And there you go. So, Stephanie says, I heard of that movie from Nick Jonas and waiting for it on DVD to eat Chinese food plus coffee and enjoy the movie with a Gilmore Girl. Okay, that sounds like fun, actually. At least the Chinese food does. And then you're talking about Netflix Army of the Dead's a fun action zombie movie, and you watched it for the third time, Jesse?
Yeah, I just put that number. It's actually higher.
You're just afraid to admit to it. So.
Well, people hate
That's
it.
good, though.
But you know what? I watched it it was only on the third times where I actually noticed some weird things about it. I'm like, it's not a regular movie because one thing, some of those zombies are not actually zombies.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So you had to watch it more than once to figure things out?
Yeah. Well, not really figure things out because they really don't explain it yet. So I'm assuming because they're supposed to be making a prequel to it.
Okay.
So maybe they'll explain it. But all I know is that there are zombies that are walking around. If you pay attention to them, they're not actually zombies. They're something else.
Oh, so look for it if you're watching it for the first time, because I guarantee you I'm only going to watch it one time. I just know myself. Because I want to watch some things more than once, and I just haven't had the time. So I'm going to go ahead and trust you on that. I think I'm going to try to put that on my to-do list to watch that. Because I like the actor who plays Drex, right?
Yes, Dave Bautista.
Thank you. I can never remember his name when I need to. So there you go. Gas prices are at a 7-year high. Yep. So if you go out for Memorial Day weekend, learn to travel economically, okay? NASA surprise for 34 million drivers expected to hit U.S. roads. The highest gas prices in 7 years. That could be the least of the problems for those taking to the highways for summer vacations. The gas shortages experienced earlier this month when the key pipeline shut down once again is on the horizon, according to experts. This squeeze, though, could be triggered by the lack of tank truck drivers to deliver the fuel and a panic buying by travelers topping off their tanks. Tom Kloza, who's global head of energy analysis for the Oil Price Information Service, which tracks gas prices for AAA, says, I think we have to worry about prices, supply, and crowd behavior. So more demand equals higher prices. Yay, oh yay for all of us. So be careful there, of course. This is interesting and kind of contrary to what we've been saying, but this is the latest news article for those in a special demographic, which they're looking at very carefully. For the first time during the pandemic, black residents of LA County have the highest infection rates of COVID-19. That's according to the county's health director, which they announced yesterday. Through most of the pandemic, the county's Latino population had experienced the highest rates of the virus. Case rates, hospitalizations, and deaths in all county populations have dropped since the winter surge. But in the last 2 weeks, county officials have seen a shift. Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer said you can see that the highest case rates are now among black residents at 45 cases per 100,000. Besides the highest infection rate, Ferrer says African Americans are also seeing the most hospitalizations and deaths. She said, quote, this is definitely a flip and something we're going to watch very carefully. They say the higher rates in African Americans go hand in hand with the data showing that population has received the fewest doses of vaccine at 40% compared to 71% for those that are white. Ferrer notes that the overwhelming majority of people who are hospitalized for COVID-19 are unvaccinated. To encourage vaccinations, again, you might want to participate in the lottery, or what's it called, like a giveaway, or what do they call that? Sweepstakes, get your vaccination.
You know, I have no idea what to call it.
Me neither. I don't know either. But I just say, yay! At least we have another opportunity maybe to win some money. So there we go. All right. We're going to take another break here. Get your comments. Keep them coming in. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If this is your very first time, then don't make it your last. Angela Rahu, thank you for tuning in as well. We'll be right back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Who is the Atua Man? Can you imagine exploring spiritual consciousness through an exotic action? Man is masterfully illuminated in this self-discovery novel by John Stevenson. Dive into the page-turning epic hero's journey, weaving together high action with spiritual revelation. Join the Atua Man and his colorful cohorts as they travel through the majestic Hawaii, the hidden mysteries of Polynesia, and the intrigue, starting with the mysterious healing that breeds chaos in London. This journey guides us through the trials of living in the material world, arriving into enlightened consciousness, perhaps glimpse into the fabric of creation. How is the Atua man affected by the global healing ministry surrounding him? How does he navigate the complexities of love, forgiveness, life and death, wealth and power? Find out in John Stevenson's TheAtuaMan.com. Apple Books, Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
Beljanski supplements and herbal teas, widely used in Europe, now the Beljanski formulas are available in the United States. Used by athletes, fashion models, the former president of France, and those in the know. Beljanski supplements and herbal teas can work for you. Call 212-308-7066. That's 212-308-7066. Visit our center in New York City. Our website is www.maisonbeljanski.com. That's www.maisonbeljanski.com. Feel better naturally. Beljanski formulas.
Do you need a car? Been shopping only to be turned down because of bad credit, low credit, no credit, bankruptcy, or divorce? Guess what? Today's your lucky day, because now you can buy a car, truck, or SUV, just about any vehicle. It's true. Bad credit doesn't matter. No credit doesn't matter. Bankruptcy or divorce, it just doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, your job is your ticket to your new vehicle. We're Auto Credit Express, and we've helped thousands of people just like you. Antonio H. told us, great company, got me connected, and the day I went in, I drove off in the car I wanted. 100% worth your time. Need a car? Get started now and drive off as early as today. Just go to 12ignoremyscore.com right now. That's www.12ignoremyscore.com. Auto financing the easy way. 12ignoremyscore.com. Get started today. Auto financing the easy way.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I know you guys are missing Jesse in the sound booth there, but unfortunately our camera's not working ever since the power outage, so hopefully it didn't get fried. And hopefully we can get it back up and running so you can see his amazing dimples that you have, right, Jesse? You have dimples. I know you do.
Maybe. I don't know what those are, so I'm just going to say...
I think I've seen it on a couple of your pictures, so there you go. Dimples are the little indents on your cheeks.
Oh.
Dimples, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I learned something today.
Yeah, see? I was like, how do you not know your dimples? Yeah, those are dimples. Okay, let's see. Diana Carbajal tuning in. She says she's in Vegas today. Gas prices there are $4.99. Yikes. That's terrible. That's horrible. That's just no. I don't want to go traveling anymore. But there you go. I know in Arizona it's actually less expensive. Went to Arizona last weekend, and so there you go. Prices are like $3.20, I want to say. Which if you're gonna go anywhere, go to Arizona because cheaper there. A group of tiny homes for LA's homeless population have opened in Reseda. These are interesting, actually. They really are. Pretty tiny. This is the picture as of late. The cabin community is made up of over 50 cabins equipped with, oh, I like this already, air conditioning and heating. On-site meals, showers, housing, navigation, mental health, and job training will be provided to residents. The former homeless encampment was transformed into a village of tiny homes with enough space to house at least 200 homeless people. In April, the largest community of tiny homes opened at Alexandria Park in North Hollywood. Looking at those, I mean, I would say that's something better than nothing. I don't know about the aluminum part, but if they have air conditioning in them, sign me up, right, Jesse?
Oh yeah, so these are all for the homeless and stuff?
Yeah, evidently. With air conditioning and heating. I mean, you got air conditioning for those? I say, good job. So,
right? I like it. As long as they, they keep it up, make it look nice, and you know what I'm saying? Just because I think, some of those homeless encampments, they can get a bit messy, but obviously there's no, trash or places to go to the restroom, so that's why. So hopefully this place will be able to remain well so that it can be used for the next homeless to get up out of their position and move out.
Yeah, I will say it's better than living in tents, right? And then it's a feeling of a home. I've seen different type of situations like this. I mean, they look kind of like little box homes, but then I think of like movies where you're like in the cabins, and at least if you have like a little piece of shelter or like an escabeau, a couple escabeaus go in and then they fish in that, right? So
Right.
at least it's something for those in Reseda, right? So I haven't been to Reseda in a few months, but I'm sure people do appreciate that better than living on the street, because that's just no fun. It just isn't. The LA Metropolitan Transit have approved a program that will give free bus and train rides to students and those with low incomes. The Metro Board of Directors approved a 23-month pilot program that will make Metro buses and trains free for students starting in August, and for all low-income riders starting in January. Under the pilot program, K through 12 students and people enrolled in community college of all incomes will be the first to ride Metro fare free, with that phase expected to begin in August. Low-income riders, who make up 70% of Metro's ridership, will be phased in starting in January 2022, although outside funding like federal will need to be secured for the second phase. Metro offers fare discounts to people who make $39,000 a year or less, people age 62 and older, veterans, and people with disabilities, K through 12 students, and people in college or vocational school. The 23-month pilot for K through 12 and community college students is expected to cost over $49 million in lost fare revenue, according to Metro officials, but fare revenue pays for transit operations maintenance, but they receive additional funding through sales tax and state and federal grants. Additional funding options for the pilot identified by Metro officials include advertising revenue, cost sharing, and grant funds through the traffic reduction program. So lots of information there. I know people will appreciate that, especially when they have to travel to and fro. But there you go. So I'm hoping that'll help everybody be able to get the best out of everything. Not sure if you guys saw the sports lately, but Max Muncy hit a go-ahead solo shot leading off the 6th of 5 home runs in the game, and the LA Dodgers beat the San Francisco Giants 4-3 last night. The Giants have yet to beat their rivals in 4 games, getting outscored 23-12. San Francisco's 7-game road winning streak ended, returning from the road trip in which they won 4 out of 5. The Dodgers have won 13 of 15, so they're on their streak. Yay, yay, us. Boo, boo, them, right? That's what you have to do out in the, Dodgerverse. So there you go. Although I will say, Jesse, I've never had such a weird moment happen as I did a few nights ago when I met up with a good friend at Buffalo Wings, right? What's it called? Buffalo
Wild Wings?
Yeah. The Buffalo Wings place, right?
Yeah.
And so, we ordered a drink, me and my friend, and he and I, we like to discuss business, options and topics like our show, 2 Men in Your Biz. And I was wondering for quite some time, and he was too, where's our appetizers? Like, he ordered, Buffalo Wings, right? 20 piece. And then I ordered a sampler, right? And I couldn't wait to get it. So we're there, each with our beer, and just talking. And we're looking around and like, okay, where's the food? 20 minutes passes by, 30 minutes passes by, 40 minutes passes by. But, we're having fun talking. He's looking at the time because he's got to get home to his wife and his kids, right? And we're like, where's our server? Kid you not, Jesse, somebody said something to us like, oh, they'll be right out. And somebody else says, oh, I'm taking care of somebody else. She's in the kitchen right now, blah, 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 blah. Another 20 minutes passes by, or 30 minutes, I don't know. And we're just like, and I look around, I go, nobody else has gotten their food either. It's kind of weird, but everybody's watching the game, right? Turns out, finally, we were like, where's the appetizers? They go, the whole kitchen just quit. I was like, why wouldn't you tell us this? I guess the kitchen, like the staff members, I don't know if there was a fight or somebody to get paid or something just happened, and the whole kitchen staff quit. And they never answered why. So we were like, let's pay for our drinks and just bail, because there was no way we were going to wait for our appetizers. So that's some funny. I didn't have an answer, but, I guess people are getting stressed out there, right? So who would quit during coronavirus?
I've never worked in the kitchen, but you know what? If I'm mistreated, I'm not going to take that, especially if I'm not getting paid enough.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, I don't know. I got to see on the franchise, see what the heck is going on, because I mean, it's not like a tiny outfit. I mean, it's a pretty big place, but I don't know where.
went to there once, and all I know is I got bad service, so that's it.
Yeah, okay. Angela says, I hate that place. Which location were you at? I was at the location kind of near Manhattan Beach. There's a place right there. I can't remember the name of it, but I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, it's the second time I've gone. Not the best service, and it's probably the last time I'm going to go there, guaranteed. But anyway, don't get that type of service. I mean, at least they could have said, "Hey, by the way, your meal is free." We just bailed. I don't know if they ended up making the food. I'm like, let me step back there and just microwave it, for crying out loud. All right, people, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Attention homeowners, spending more time around your house means you're putting more stress on major appliances that keep your home running. Like many Americans, a major breakdown could be very costly during these uncertain times. AC unit goes, that's $4,500. Water heater breaks, $1,500. When you own a home, it's always something. If you have a home warranty, those repairs could cost you nothing. A Home Service Club warranty pays for the repair or replacement of your home appliances and systems when they break down, even from normal wear and tear. For about $1 a day, you can cover your home appliances and systems. It's not a question of if they'll break down, it's when. If you call now, you'll get your first month free and $75 off your first year. Make home appliance repairs one less thing to worry about. Call 800-274-4679 now for your free quote, free first month, and $75 off your first year. 800-274-4679 now. That's 800-274-4679. Again, 800-274-4679.
For generations, alligators have weathered nature, biological threats, and predators. How do they do this? The answer is in their uncanny DNA. Alligators have one of the strongest immune systems in the animal kingdom. Their fat cells contain the essential oils needed to fight off deadly infection and rejuvenate skin. How can you benefit from the alligator's amazing rejuvenating powers? Cayman oil. Cayman oil is the revitalizing and healing power of the alligator in a bottle. Cayman oil is carefully purified and refined with an added hint of vitamin E and lavender to better harness the alligator's ability to heal worn and damaged skin. Treat dry skin, infections, cuts, burns, scarring, eczema, rashes, muscle and joint pain, and more. Even athlete's foot. It's clinically proven to kill the flesh-eating bacteria MRSA. This really works. We guarantee it or your money back. Go to mycayman.com. mycaimon.com. That's mycayman.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience, handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers, with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM, and people are traveling, and they're back to traveling, and there you go. Cruises are actually back as well, and experts are weighing in on how to stay safe. I'm not sure I would go on a cruise just yet. That's just me personally, only because I remember last year. Remember when people were going on cruises during this time, and then they got stuck on the cruise line, and then the cruise line would shut down. I feel like people just forgot about that. But there's some little advice here. The CDC announced that it will let companies avoid testing passengers and staff if they can confirm that 98% of the crew and 95% of passengers are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. CDC said at the time that it would review and respond to applications from cruise lines for mock cruises. The cruise company received clearance from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to conduct mock cruises with volunteer passengers starting in June. The first mock cruise will depart from Miami on June 20th, All passengers ages 16 and up must be fully vaccinated. Starting on August 1st, all passengers ages 12 and up will need to be fully vaccinated, according to the company's website. Every cruise line makes its own policies. Norwegian Cruise Lines, for example, will require 100% of passengers and staff are vaccinated against COVID-19. Virgin Voyages requires 100% vaccination rates. If you're interested in taking a cruise, you have questions, here's what you need to know. Cruise ships were linked to several COVID-19 outbreaks at the beginning of the pandemic. In February 2020, the cruise ship Diamond Princess was forced to dock in Japan and quarantine passengers and staff due to the COVID-19 outbreak on board. By February 23rd, there were 691 confirmed cases of the virus on the ship. In March, the MS Artania was forced to dock in Australia and quarantine passengers after several people on the ship tested positive for COVID-19. The CDC recommends that people do not take cruises, noting that the chance of getting COVID-19 on cruise ships is high since the virus appears to spread more easily among people in close quarters aboard ships. That's some weird news, right, Jesse? And one, they're like, yay, it's up, and B, it's like, oh no, right? But again, this is why I say we're not out of the woods just yet. Don't pretend like it is, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, just because they're open doesn't mean you have to actually go to it. But I would like to go on a cruise someday.
Yeah.
Just not now.
I went on a cruise a few years ago, and I'm telling you, it was probably the most fun I've had in a very long time. And it just went from here to Mexico and back, and it was a fun journey. But I would not want to be stuck on a cruise getting sick, right? A, you hate to have food poisoning while on vacation. Imagine like something worse than that. So that's what I'm talking about. Especially with the little roll of the boat, sometimes you feel that, and it's like So that alone could get you a little off center. So what they say though is social distancing is difficult on a cruise. People are in a confined space. The risk of transmission is high. If you're vaccinated, it's very low according to what they say. So again, that's the hope. But the reality is there's still other strains. So I don't know how I feel about this. They say you should take precautions. Experts agree the best precaution you could take is to get vaccinated. Don't go if you are not fully vaccinated. While things like good hand hygiene are important, if you and most or all of the fellow passengers are vaccinated, your risk of contracting COVID-19 is minimal. Although, again, never 100% foolproof. Russell says that it's important to bring a mask with you, too. The fly in the ointment is shore excursions on the cruises. He says you're going to get out and interact with people who are not vaccinated, so you should still bring masks. And that is very true. He says you do not want to land in cruise ship quarantine. Mask up off the boat for sure. And that's kind of the question of the day. What happens if just 3 people get sick off on another section that, somebody, you can't control everybody and where they go once they get off a cruise ship, right? That's the idea. A cruise ship goes and then it comes back. You may or may not get off where it, ports to, but if you do, are you going to get it from where you're going? So there's questions that need to be answered still, I think. But hopefully no more shutdowns on that. I'm just saying, because it was not fun for anybody that was in that situation back when. Speaking of which, Jesse, what are you going to do this weekend?
Ooh, this weekend. Let's see. I have planned I'm going to spend the weekend with my girlfriend.
Cool.
I'm going to make her watch the movie Quiet Place so we can watch The Quiet Place 2.
Awesome.
And we might play a couple games of Magic, do a little shopping, trying to get ready for our Florida weekend next week.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully, oh, you know what? I just realized it's Memorial Day weekend. So people will probably be out and about. Just mask up and, be safe.
Yeah, there you go. So I agree. I was going to say if you wanted to play some Magic, come on out to Odyssey Games. I'm actually going to start playing it online, showing people how to play online. There's a pretty good place to check it out there. So there you go. I will go to the comment that Angela says. Angela Araujo says, I think it's the whole company. She's talking about Buffalo Wild Wings. That's the name of the company that we went to. She goes, I've been to 2 local locations, the worst service ever. And I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I really am not. If you, and even the Buffalo Wings the first time was not that good, and the second time I was like, okay, well, let me try it again. I will say though, Wingstop. If you get a chance to go to Wingstop, Wingstop has really good buffalo wings. So if you get any type of buffalo wings, you should definitely get buffalo wings from Wingstop. And then you will walk away happy every time. I have yet to find a lack of a good Buffalo Wingstop at Wingstop, right? Do you like Wingstop, or have you had it, Jesse?
Oh, I love Wingstop. I'm hungry now.
I
But
know you want it now, don't you?
yes, I do. I've never had a bad experience from Wingstop. I've had a couple, not bad but poor, like not enough seasoning and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I remember one time I went to a Wingstop. They just opened, and I always have a thing where boneless wings, I always have to cut them open with a fork or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I don't bite into the first one, at least this way, because they were undercooked.
Oh,
So
that's not good.
yeah, just imagine if I would have bit into it.
That's smart to cut it open before you yeah, because that's nasty. Ew,
At least the first two. At least this way, because if one or two of them is cooked, it's pretty much consistent.
Yeah, I will say I do love buffalo wings that are like from Applebee's. Applebee's is pretty consistent as well. But yeah, Rosalie says Wingstop is our favorite. Too. Guys always put extra stuff in for us. They have a $20 meal special to feeds at least 4 of us, and the fries are really good. Yum yum yum. Yeah, the fries are delicious, by the way, right? Just the right amount of seasoning.
What are voodoo fries?
Huh?
She mentions voodoo fries. I need to try those. I don't think I've tried those yet.
Yeah, I don't know what those are. They must be good. So voodoo fries, go check them out. It must have like a special seasoning sauce on it. Is that the deal, or? I don't know. I'm waiting for her to comment on that, because now, darn it, now, and I have no vehicle right now. I literally have no vehicle, and I'm like, how am I gonna? I'm gonna have to take the bus or the train or I need a motorcycle. I think this is the time. Oh, yeah, it's spicy, so it's the spicy fries. Oh,
with ranch and cheddar cheese.
You are
and
so making me, Rosalie. I just.
Oh my God, I'm hungry now. This is what I'm gonna eat for lunch now. Thank you, Rosalie.
Come pick me up, man. I need
what?
a ride.
I can't go anywhere, but you know what? I am blessed with DoorDash.
When you leave for vacation, I will babysit your car. All right. Angela says we make our own wings now. Yummy. Yeah, you won't go wrong with that. Oh man, I want a good a good ice cold beverage along with that. I might go down to Lucille's and do that. Okay, I don't really know. Either way, there you go. It's hard when you don't have a vehicle. Everybody, I want some tips from you on what type of vehicle I should look at investing in for both me and my mom. If you don't know, I was in a horrible accident 2 weeks ago. Left carless because it got totaled. There's no way to repair it. Or the cost of it's just probably I have to salvage it now. Yay. No fun with that. But now looking for a new car, I'm like, okay, it's got to be a used car. It can't be that much. How much is a good much? And so now I want to know. I know we have some advertisers here that advertise on the show. Maybe I can get a special deal with one of them. But Jesse, do you have any recommendations? Which is the one that we talk about on the show all the time? I guess I should go for something that supports KABT, right?
You could, but I always figure that you just look for what's in your price range and just try and stick with it. I mean, everyone wants to get a fancy car, stuff like that, but once you start ringing it up, finances, it's just a phenomenal cost, especially if you're not paying cash up front.
Yeah.
So if you listen to Dave Ramsey, he'll say nope on any new car unless you pay it off straight away.
Yeah.
So he'll probably tell you buy a used car for save for a couple years, and then boom, if you can buy a brand new car. But it's pretty much, you don't want to get locked into paying payments for God knows how long.
Yeah,
because you never know what's going to happen.
Yes, and yes. I'm looking at this right now. Save money with one of May's best car deals, and this is a site here. It says the auto industry is facing a squeeze. On one side, they're booming sales as customers return to the new car market in droves. On the other, pandemic caused disruptions in global supply chains, including the multitude of microchips found in every new car. It's kind of what Ricardo was talking about yesterday on our show from Garage Latino. This May's car deals include many excellent 0% financing deals, but also fewer cashback deals than we've seen in recent months. Those 0% auto loan deals span the market from the 2021 Volkswagen GTI to the 2021 Ford Expedition, two vehicles which are rarely seen with any incentives. A couple of the best cashback deals include $4,000 on the Chevrolet Silverado and up to $7,000 on the all-electric 2021 Audi e-tron SUV. Nissan's offering a stunning 2021 Nissan Murano deal with 0% financing for 5 years and up to $3,500 bonus cash. Financing deals save buyers money by providing auto loans with lower than market rate interest or no interest at all. A cashback deal doesn't put a pile of cash in your hand. It just lowers the price of the vehicle. Car with a $5,000 cashback deal will cost $5,000 less than the same car without the deal. So there's that. And then there's this. The GTI has 0% financing for 60 months. The Silverado has the $4,000 cashback. I'm looking at each one of these. The Chrysler Pacific Hybrid, 0% financing for 72 months. The Kia Stinger, 0% financing for 66 months. The Audi e-tron looks kind of like a cool vehicle, actually. Let me show you this where I'm looking at, and then you guys could kind of, figure this out with me, because I've really got to figure this out sooner than later. And so there it is. That's a nice vehicle, right? It's probably really expensive though. Let's see, 7,000 e-tron in your area. That's a nice vehicle. It looks cool. The Audi e-tron is an appealing SUV that combines the luxury of an Audi with the efficiency of an electric crossover. Okay. There's the Infiniti QX50, 0% financing for 72 months. And I'm looking at cars.usnews.com. That's where I'm getting the information from. The 2021 Nissan Murano, 0% financing for 60 months. I know my mom. Oh, man, if I could convince my mom to get a Dodge Charger, I think we'd all be happy. I just got to make sure they have good... What?
I said, who wouldn't be happy with a Dodge Charger?
I know, $336 per month for 36 months with $42.49 due at signing. Boom, we have it. There you go. There it is. I know her. She's gonna be like, first she's gonna write in it, and then she's gonna be. I guarantee she's gonna. Oh, look at that, the Mazda CX-9. That's a good deal as well. $29.49. Okay, so there's options, and there you go. It's just a matter of, can you afford the monthly? And she'll probably say no, we can't, and then we're gonna have to figure it out. There you go. So, all right, anyway, I'm out of time. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well. If you got a vehicle, use it wisely. And stay safe out there on the road. Buckle up, too. Bye-bye, everyone.